Alright, running a little experiment here. What I have here is it's for a fuel filter for an inline, actually it's a hydraulic oil filter, but they sell them at Princess Auto. You can run it with a various amount of filters for diesel oil, but the hydraulic oil is a 10 micron, and I figured I could use that as my fuel filter, the pressure side of the fuel pump, because one, it's a huge filter, two, it's easy to replace, and three, it's cheap and it should last a long time. But my main fear is that you hear about people with oil filters blowing up because the pump bypass gets fucked, and I have a worry that something similar may happen with my regulator getting clogged and causing the fuel filter to blow up inside the engine bay, which is where it most likely will be mounted, and then that's game over for the car. It would burn to the ground, and hopefully not me or anyone else with it. So I've contracted a little jig here. I got the pressure washer stuck with the bypass completely open, so it doesn't build up any more than the water line in, because we're in an industrial area. The water pressure is 100 psi. We have this. It's a blast shield I'm going to use. It was on this, but our hot seat's getting replaced tomorrow, so we had to take the plate off so the guy that's replacing it doesn't hurt himself doing it, because it's better for us to get hurt than a contractor. So conveniently, I'm going to put that over it. Right now we have this completely full of water. I've got her on tight. The reason it's full of water is because if I filled it with air, the potential energy is a lot more, although it's only, very small, so it can't hold that much pressure, but it should be a very lackluster explosion. But we're not going to see it because we are going to be behind this handy dandy shield. So we're now at 100, but the pressure washer has a gauge on it. Granted, it's super high, but there's our bypass here, and we'll start cranking her up till she blows. So 500, yep. So right at 500 psi is when it blew. And let's see what blew off. Yeah, that was the threads on the case. So the filter actually was quite fine. I really thought the filter was going to blow up, but the fact that it blew at 500 psi makes me not worry about this thing blowing up, because my knockoff Walbro fuel pump will not do that much. Interestingly enough, though, this is supposed to be a pressure relief valve at 450, and it didn't go off. So, because if it went off, it would have blown this cap out. But there is a bit of water in there, so it did start to go. Yeah, very lackluster, but didn't want to get hurt. So yeah, anyone wanted to know what a filter will blow, it's just about 450 psi.